How you doing, YouTube? This is Gunner Restarting 67, bringing you another YouTube video. Today's YouTube video is on what a real 30-day prepper food supply looks like. All right, YouTube, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so what you have in front of you is a visual representation of what I would go ahead and use if I needed to get into my long-term food storage for 30 days. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain from left to right. So over here, we have a 20-pound bucket of Agassiz Farms quick rolled oats. With the Agassiz Farms quick rolled oats, just to kind of break down as far as servings go, each pound of dry goods equates to about 4 cups. You actually get a little bit more, but for breaking down purposes, we're just going to go ahead and round down to 4 cups per pound. So you have 4 cups per pound, and each cup is 307 calories per cup. So you have a 20-pound bucket of rolled oats that equates to 80 cups. I would be consuming 1.5 cups of rolled oats a day, and those 1.5 cups of rolled oats will come out to 461 calories roughly. This rolled oats bucket right here would actually be good for a 53-day food supply if I would just stretch it the whole time. But for the video purposes, this is gonna represent 30 days food supply. So you have the 461 calories coming just from your rolled oats, and then I like to go ahead and put a little bit of sugar or a little bit of honey on my rolled oats. So on top of that bucket right over here is the Agassiz Farms sugar and honey powder. So for that, each pound of dry goods equates to 32 tablespoons of honey and sugar powder mix. So I would go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of that to the rolled oats, and then since that is a 3-pound number 10 can, that equates to 96 tablespoons, and that would actually, since I'm only going to be using 1 tablespoon a day, that equates to 96 days of sugar and honey powder on my rolled oats. So each tablespoon is about 40 calories per tablespoon. So you combine the honey and sugar powder with the rolled oats. When I consume that comes out to 501 combined calories just for my breakfast. All right, in the middle, in this Lowe's bucket, I have 25 pounds of rice. As you can tell by the Sharpie markings, I have recently, within the last 2 months, went ahead and put this back for long-term storage. This Lowe's bucket has a gamma lid on it, and inside is 25 pounds of rice and a Mylar bag with oxygen absorbers. So it's packaged for long-term storage. So again, 1 pound equals about 4 cups, and each cup equates to about 242 calories per cup. 25 pounds bucket of rice equates to 100 cups. It's actually good for 40-day food supply. But again, just like with the rolled oats, that's a visual representation of 30 days of food. Now, my plan is to consume 2.5 cups of rice a day, and at 242 calories per cup, that comes out to 605 calories a day. All right, the next and last one is my MRE'S. I've got 30 MRE'S right here. Those MRE'S, I have like 7 or 8 different menus over there. The caloric intake for each MRE is, it differs, but it ranges from between 1,200 calories to 1,500 calories. It just depends on which MRE menu you get. So, but for calculation's sake, we're going to go ahead and stick with 1,200 calories per MRE. Now to kind of show you guys that there is different ones in here. This one right here is beef taco filling, and then it also comes with tortillas and rice and beans. So additionally, I don't know if you can see that, but there's some type of cheese spread or peanut butter spread or possibly jam. You got some crackers, you got some candy in there, you possibly have a pound cake. You've got amenities in there like Tabasco sauce. You will have toilet paper and wet wipes. You'll have salt and pepper. You'll have a fork or a spoon and a flameless heater. This one is meatballs and marinara sauce, and then you see right here it's got cherry blueberry cobbler. Some of these will have pound cakes. Some of them will sit down there and have flat bread that comes with peanut butter or cheese spread, or crackers and jelly, or crackers and peanut butter and or cheese spread, things like that. Spaghetti with beef and sauce. Right there. And then you see in the Marine Corps we call candy pogie bait, so these come with pogie bait. Now if you consume this whole MRE, it'll be about 1,200 calories. Like I said before, some of them will be higher, can be all the way as high as 1,500 calories, but we're gonna go with 1,200. There's another beef taco filling, Santa Fe style brown rice and beans. And then there is Old Faithful in the military, Chilean macaroni or chili mac. Now this one is a lot thicker, so this one probably has some crackers. It probably has bread, drink mix probably, and all the other things I was talking about. So, yes. So 30 MREs for 30 days. So if we go ahead and run all the math for our daily caloric intake, for breakfast, we'd go ahead and have the rolled oats over here along with the 1 teaspoon of honey, that's 501 calories. 2.5 cups of rice comes out to 605 calories. So that right there is 1,106 calories. And then you go ahead and add the 1,200 calories or more that you're gonna get from your MRE. That comes out to over 2,300 calories per day. That is more than enough to go ahead and satisfy your caloric needs in an emergency. With MREs, like I've said before, you have to be very, very careful with MREs, because if you talk to anybody in the military, if you've ever been in the military, you know that they will go ahead and stop you up. They will constipate you. So you need to ensure that you go ahead and take in a little bit more fiber in your survival food. That is one reason why I went with the rolled oats. I'm taking in quite a bit of fiber, and that is going to keep me regular. It's going to counteract the constipation properties of an MRE. So it will keep me regular. So additionally, there are some meals, if you're sodium sensitive, you got hypertension, high blood pressure, you just need to be cognitive of that. You need to be aware of it. I think the highest sodium content I've seen for an MRE was like 59% of your daily intake value. But if you're in a survival situation and you're working and you're sweating, I don't think that's that bad because you're not getting salt from anything else. If you're having to dig into your food supply, then logistically where you live, you don't have supplies coming in that you can go ahead and purchase. So the salt that you're going to be taking in is going to be from the food that you have put back. Now, I do have different combinations of food. Me personally, I am a firm believer in long-term storage foods. I have stockpiled a lot of Mountain House freeze-dry foods. Between the MREs and that, I have, just for main meals, I have about 6 months put away for my family. I've also got other shelf staple foods. I've got canned goods. I've got some things like peanut butter. I've got canned soups, chilies. I really like Stag chili. For some of you all that know him, the YouTube channel Rule the Wasteland, Lord Humongous, he actually got me into trying Stag chili. He always talks about it on his YouTube channel. He's been a YouTuber that's been around for 15 years. I've been watching him for a long time. So I've got a lot of Stag chili. I like it. I specifically like the turkey ranchero one, but for purposes of this video, we're gonna go ahead and stick with the MREs. All right, so like I said, this is what a real 30-day prepper food supply looks like. You've got your rolled oats and your honey powder to mix in during the day or in the morning. You've got your 2.5 cups of rice a day to mix in with whatever main meal you get from the MRE. Me personally, I'm probably going to only be sitting down and making myself 2 meals. That way I can conserve some of my finite resources like my propane or wood or things like that. And then all of the snacks and stuff like that from the MRE. That's what I would be snacking on until I get to that evening meal. But regardless, all of this represents about 2,300 calories a day. More than enough to go ahead and sustain you for a 30-day interruption in our logistics system. This will hold you over if for whatever reason you cannot go out and purchase food. And it doesn't even need to be a hit to the logistics system wherever you live. It can be something as simple as you've lost your job. You have a medical issue that you can't work, things of that nature. A 30-day food supply will be the difference between you going hungry, possibly starving, and you being able to continue your everyday life normally with the least amount of discomfort. Just imagine if every single American, I'm in America, so I said America, but just imagine everyone where you live has at least a 30-day food supply. How stable, more stable would things be knowing that if, regardless of the circumstances, things go downhill rapidly, you have 30 days of nourishment in your house. That is a huge force multiplier. It's a huge insurance plan to ensure that you won't starve or go hungry. All right, YouTube, that's about it for today. If you like this video, please hit that like button, that thumbs up button. If you like this content, please subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and share this video with your friends and family. In the comments down below, let me know what you like, what you don't like. And this is Gunnery Sergeant 67. I'm out.